boil it all down, the presidents of the moon have 3 responsibilities. The first is to govern the citizens of the moon, enforcing space-time law and maintaining order. The presidents of old governed millions of moonians following the great space migration of the 22nd century. The second is to preside over space travel, authorizing or declining clearances as humanity set its gaze on the outer reaches of our universe. The third is to act as the last remaining delegates of Earth. Now, the only connection to our abandoned home planet. Ugh. This is going nowhere.
What are you talking about? The paper pile looks great.
No, we had to come up with a big idea to convince the array that the moon's important.
Oh, well, okay, good luck with that.
I know. No one's lived on the moon for years, and we're delegates to the dried up husk of Earth.
Well, don't you oversee travel requests?
Yeah, I tell space freighters which shipping lanes to use and where they should refuel. You know, we're basically a glorified gas station telling people, oh, just follow the highway until you see the big red planet on the left. You can't miss it.
If that's the case, why does the moon need 2 presidents?
Speak of the devil.
I never do.
Hi, Herschel.
I just stopped by to see if my favorite president wants to grab some lunch.
I don't have time for that today, Herschel.
I'm free.
Please, there's always time for lunch. And by the looks of things here, you need a break.
I'm not taking a break until we know what we are presenting at the Inter-Array Convention next month.
I'm gonna cut you off right there because I have not seen this much mangled paper since Dave tried to teach himself origami. What is this? I mean, look at all of this.
Those are mostly just Val's bean burrito wrappers.
Okay, that's it. I'm declaring an executive order.
Herschel, I appreciate what you were trying to do, but
Nope, it's done. You and I are taking a personal day.
Fine, but you have to pick up some slack.
Me?
Go get the extra discs from the AV room. No, this is so unfair. You're just sitting me because you don't want to deal with Cam. I don't want to do it.
Who disturbs my process?
It's just me. I'll only be a minute. It's like I'm not even here. Just gonna grab these.
You know, actually, it's good that you're here. I could use an extra set of eyes on this. Come here. Okay, which of these do you prefer? The left or the right?
The left.
I was worried you were gonna say that. I'm gonna have to recolor all of the lower thirds.
Well, I like the right better.
The original graphics are in blue, so it's kind of a moot point.
Cam, I might regret getting more involved here, but what is this documentary even for?
Well, you've heard of the Mars diplomacy tapes, I presume?
Well, sure, it's the human record that Mars plans to share with aliens if they're ever discovered.
But are you aware that the moon is not included in any of those tapes?
Well, that can't be right. I mean, it's the moon. You can't just erase that from history.
It's true. I was there when they rejected our request for inclusion. Nimrods.
So then this documentary is...
It's my solution. If Mars doesn't want to come down here and capture footage of this remarkable sovereign entity, well, then I'll make my own documentary 10 times better than their stupid tapes. They'll rue the day they rejected me.
All right, damn it, I'm in. But this is mostly because I already have the day off.
Okay.
All right, enhance there. Enhance. Ooh, zoom in there.
Doesn't really...
Zoom in. Thank you. Enhance. Now enhance it.
The farmer's wife said, why didn't you just feed it to the pig? Wow,
Okay, that joke normally kills it with my guys.
I'm sorry, it's not even that. I can't stop thinking about this convention proposal. The clock is ticking, Herschel.
Don't worry about it. We've got plenty of time.
Herschel, how do you do it?
Tell such good jokes. It was probably that Jed Doxworthy book I got. You might be a low-tech if. You might
No,
be
stop.
low-tech.
Not that. How do you stay so positive all the time? Despite literally everything around you.
Well, I guess I just don't think about it all that often.
What the hell is that?
Oh, that's nothing. It's connected to the Earth's O2 sensors. It's been busted for years, but for some reason it's been going off lately.
This is exactly the problem. Everything here is broken. We have no impact.
How are we going to convince the array to take us seriously?
Have you considered my plan for a historic, life-size moon mural? Big on the edge of Mars.
Shut up about the moon mural. We have talked about this. Herschel, you are a president. It's time you start thinking like one. And that's another thing. Why have I never heard about the other president before me?
Well, if I'm gonna start talking about her, I'm gonna need something a lot stronger than this milk. I've always known there was something unique about me, hidden among my clones. But I didn't discover my love of filmmaking until Dave asked me to film his Survivor audition tape.
Now that I've shown you that I know how to make space fire, I'll show you how I can outwit, outlast, and outplay the guitar.
That audition changed my life. I knew I was meant to be a filmmaker, an artist. Excuse me. I'm trying to share some of my most personal memories here.
Oh, sorry, I'm trying to pick up some ambiance of the room. You know, do something artsy.
Leave the artistry to me.
Fine. But I was highlighting your gold ray collection. I think it'll impress the Mars people.
You might have something there. I do own all 400 Fast and the Furious films on Gold Ray. Quick. Reset, back to 1. And are we good? We good? Yeah, we're good. And action. The Fast and the Furious movies are where I derive my inspiration as a director. Treasures from a bygone golden age of cinema. Particularly the critically acclaimed 200th installment, Tokyo Drift 5. This time on Jupiter.
Wait, this is the farmer's wife says that?
Yes. I told you that joke never fails.
Oh, you're crying. I have an idea for the convention.
Oh.
Don't give me that look. Don't give me that look. No.
I guess I was right. Sometimes a little break is just what the doctor ordered to get that old noggin working again.
Is that supposed to sound wise?
All I'm saying is that you could stand to learn a thing or two from the slower pace of the moon.
Herschel, if everyone moved at the pace of the moon, it would take us 2 years to orbit the sun.
I was drinking in the middle of that. I have a confession to make. I've never been to Mars. I've never even been off of the moon.
Never?
Never.
What?
Can I ask you something?
I guess.
Would it really be the worst thing in the world if you didn't impress the Inter-Array Convention panel or rise through the bureaucratic ranks of the Mars government?
Yes, Herschel, it would. If I had to stay out here in the middle of nowhere taking orders from Alistair Sharp for the rest of my life, you might as well throw me out of the airlock right now. No, I mean it. I want nothing more than to see Alistair and all of his sniveling lackeys crushed under the weight of my ascent to power.
Good God.
No, you have no idea the sacrifices I had to make to get to where I was. The political maneuvering, the schmoozing, the pantsuit budget. And all for what? To be on some irrelevant rock? I don't think so.
Is this coming from your childhood? Did your parents,
Pressure me to be successful? No. Herschel, is it so hard to believe that someone like me just wants to be powerful for power's sake? Now you promised to tell me something. You need to tell me about what happened to my predecessor.
Okay. Her name was Maris Daventhorpe, and she was more than just my co-president. She was the love of my life. She was very passionate about her job, like you. She had a vision for what she thought the moon could be. We had a fight. She holed herself up in her room. We could both be very stubborn. Took me 3 days to build up the courage to go up and apologize, and by the time I got there, it was too late. The moon madness had taken her.
You can't be serious.
I would never joke about moon madness.
Moon madness, like in the Brothers Skyrim fairy tales?
It's not some fairy tale, all right? Just because we don't fully understand it doesn't mean it's not real. When I found Maris, she was howling out her window and scribbling verses from Goodnight Moon on her walls. In the great green room, there was a telephone and a red balloon.
So what happened to her?
There's only one cure for moon madness. She was transported to Mars, where they gave her the MIB protocol.
They wiped her memory?
They had to wipe all of her moon-related memories, and the treatment only works once. So if she's ever reminded of anything about the moon ever again, the moon madness would become permanent.
So that means...
The love of my life does not remember me, and if I were to ever see her again, she would go bonkers.
I'm so sorry.
You know, that's why the moon needs 2 presidents, to protect us from the moon madness. If we were ever alone for too long, we'd go insane.
Well, that's a comforting thought. Oh, that reminds me. I need to talk to you about the toilet paper situation.
Yeah.
You know what you did.
No.
You know what you did. I appreciate that you tried to blame it on
I'm gonna show you how to make fire in space. You seeing this? It's ignited. I didn't come here to make friends. I never go anywhere to make friends. I've never had a friend in my life. I can handle a blind side. I'm not afraid. I will literally stab you in the back. But if anybody betrays me, I will be very upset. I will not be lied to. You can't lie to me. Nobody can lie to me. I'm very likable. I am a tour de force. I don't trust banks. I am great at puzzles. I'll fuck anybody. I will work out before this show. I'll get so ripped, so jacked, so ready.
So Survivor.
I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. Fight. Fight. I'm here to win. I came here to win. Ha-ha! Put me on the show. I've been trying for a long time, okay? I've been waiting for this all my life. I don't do anything but think about Survivor. You need me on this show. It's so boring without me. I'm 33 years old.